Hi everyone. So let's do another reading for the day. We're gonna see what is going on with you and this person. I'm gonna make this one a little bit short. I don't want to linger a little too much on the situation. Okay, let's see what's going on. I just heard that someone that you were like hooking up with or in a relationship with or whatever it is, they got married or something, or they're like in a committed relationship. Four of Pentacles, today I'm kind of seeing that Four of Pentacles as being like in something that you can't really escape, because sometimes Four of Pentacles to me means contracts that you can't get out of, or a penny pinching, being stuck, not having wiggle room. So it could be that, I'm not saying that connections are an entrapment, but sometimes there are a lot of things that come with marriage that make you feel entrapped, because you have the Four of Cups, okay, and you have the Ten of Wands. No hate towards marriage, but this person married somebody else for a financial reason, or they saw it to be a good financial decision or a good investment, okay? It's really weird. This person sees relationships not only as for love, but they also see it as a business, or not a business, but you know what I mean. Like, they see it as more than just love. But firstly, they see it more as an investment, but not the kind of love investment. It's more of just investment, getting assets and stuff, okay? Two of Pentacles, so a lot of Pentacles, okay? A lot of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles, they kind of saw this opportunity with this person and not you, because I feel like maybe in the past you were very into this person, and now you've kind of found out that they're in a committed relationship, or they're married, or they're getting married, or they're talking about marrying somebody else, or you're finding out something like this. So again, they're doing this because they thought it was a good investment financially, but I feel like over time they may start to feel a little bit trapped, maybe a little bit disappointed that things didn't turn out the way that they intended. Sometimes this person does decisions simply because they think they're good at the time, but then when they actually think about it, they end up backing off. And I feel like they also do that in relationships or in a lot of aspects of their life. Okay. Six of Pentacles upright. Okay. Six of Pentacles upright, and the Nine of Pentacles. So this to me is a lot of earth, okay? A lot of earth. It's getting Capricorn, because I'm getting low Pentacles, 2, and all that, because cardinal signs. But I'm getting fixed. So I'm getting a lot of Taurus and mainly Capricorn in the cards. Okay, maybe some Sagittarius here with that Ten of Wands. But yeah, they were kind of the kind of person that stayed single for a while, and then they would be with somebody because they felt they can get a transactional relationship out of it, a good give and take. But they really only think about relationships as transactional. I don't really think they put much emotion into it. I mean, I'm not saying that they don't have emotion, but they usually put in emotion later than first. Some people marry because of love, some people marry because it's convenient, and I feel like this person is in that situation. So what you guys had was very intense. It was very intimate. It was very physical, and it's something that they probably hadn't felt in a long time. And with this person, they kind of rushed it with that Knight of Swords. They kind of rushed it. They mainly thought about it. They didn't really put much emotion into it. I feel like it was more thoughts that were rushed, and then they kind of made the decision very rushed. I don't think it was something that they thought for too long, and that may be why in the future they may feel trapped. Again, with third-party energies, sometimes I'm not able to see exactly what it is, especially because the universe likes to keep people's business private, but I am being allowed to see some aspects of it, which I feel like you already knew this. I can't really tell you exactly any details specifically about the relationship with your person of interest and their fiance or spouse, but I could definitely tell you that it was rushed. It was definitely rushed. They felt love with you, and it scared them. Maybe that's why they went away. I'm seeing good love cards with you and him or her, but I'm not seeing that very much with the person that they married. I'm not saying they don't love the person that they married, but their initial intentions were very transactional, very not emotional. So I mean, I'm not gonna hate on someone's relationship, and neither should you, but I will confirm that it's not all that it seems. You may be like, oh my god, they're so in love. They're really not. You don't have to be in love with somebody to marry them. You just need to have a mutual understanding. And maybe this person was just more simple. And I feel like you gave a lot, but they kind of rejected you during that time. I feel like maybe you were too much to handle according to them. This kind of person likes simplicity. So maybe you were a little bit too much for them, so they kind of backed off. I don't know. It's very strange because it's funny how people like want emotion and infatuation, but at the same time they get scared and then they choose something a little bit more mundane. So this person kind of just went for what was mundane and like familiar rather than your eccentric self, like your crazy, intense, heated self, you know, the kind of page of cups that you are. Very emotional, wear your heart on your sleeve. And this person, it kind of scared them. Maybe you were too difficult for them. I mean, to each their own. I'm not saying you're difficult, but to them you may have been, okay? And it just didn't really work out. Yeah, Queen of Wands, talk about that. They could have married a Leo, and you could also be a fire sign or even a Leo. It looks like they have a type. They like fire signs, which is very interesting, but I guess they like the fire signs. They're a little bit more doled out. Like, that kind of sounds mean. I'm not trying to be mean. But, like, they like the fire signs. They're a little bit less intense. Which, how are you going to find a fire sign that's intense? That's not intense. You know what I mean? Sooner or later, that fire sign is going to get intense. You know, it's like, that's why I feel like later on they're going to feel trapped. And they're going to be like, what did I do? Yeah, you married a Leo. Okay, dude? Like, you married a Leo. It's going to be intense. You thought you escaped the intensity. No, you didn't. You didn't escape it with me. You know, that's kind of what you're telling yourself. You thought you escaped the intensity with me? No, because the person you married is probably going to be just as intense. So I feel like they think that they made a good investment, but I feel like sooner or later they're going to have to open up, and sooner or later their partner is going to desire something more from them, and they may not get it because this person is all is all like mental. They're not very emotional. They don't like showing that part. And sooner or later, you're going to want more from your partner, and you always do. And then if they don't give you that, like, what's gonna happen? Things can't stay easy forever, and I feel like this is something that, like, you need to realize that. And this could be you. Maybe you want the easy person, okay? This could be you. Maybe you could be a cross watcher. Maybe you're the one that likes easy stuff. But I'm saying this person thought that they had it easy. They don't. And that's the thing you have to understand, that things can't stay easy forever. Things get complicated. Marriage gets complicated. And will this person run away? Possibly. Possibly. 100%. Let me know if that resonates. I might do a part 2 for this one just to see what the kicker is, but let me know.